Good afternoon. This is Blood Analysis by Janet Rowe. We are here today to do Alex Van Waal's blood. We're going to show you a little bit of how the technique is and go on with the live and dried samples. Can I have your right hand here, please, Alex? So we just wipe the finger with an alcohol swab, and we use a tissue that doesn't leave lint. And we just basically give a tiny little pinprick. Could you feel that much, Alex? Did it hurt at all?
Not a bit, Jan.
We let the oxygen hit the droplet for 30 seconds, and then we're going to gather it in layers. These layers are important for the dried sample as the blood separates into patterns. Then we take a second droplet, and this will be our live cell. Just gather it without touching the finger, and then we put a cover slip over it so that the blood can't leave the slide. So this is the live cell, and you can see that the cells are still moving. A cell that is a perfectly normal cell has oxygen in the middle, that's indicated through the white light. Good nutrient ring around the oxygen. It's free floating and it's the right size. So a size somewhere around that is perfect. We like the fact that the cells are free floating because that provides you with better oxygen, nutrition, and circulation to your extremities. This blood cell here has some bacteria on it. Can you see that bacteria, how it's a little spiky on the edges of the cell? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. That can be an indication that you're coming down with a flu or a cold. Cells here like these ones are not mature, they're immature, and it's your spleen's responsibility to mature your blood cells. We can see lots of different things in the live cell. Everything from bacteria to cells that don't have any oxygen, like these ones. It's an indication that you need to do more deep breathing, perhaps some aerobic type exercise. Here's a white blood cell. This, in fact, is a phagocyte, and it will change shape to engulf itself around bacteria. This is a good thing, but it can release a chemical that kills the bacteria, and then it gets filtered out of your blood. The phagocytes actually change shape, whereas the lymphocytes don't. This is the dried analysis of live and dried cell. The dried reflects in parts of our body that are holding toxins. And for example, all of these little black bulges are indication of parasites in your muscle tissue. When we go into this, you see how the blood kind of dries funny here, and yet and yet over here, it's dried totally different. This is an indication of thyroid imbalance, which you suspected. I can't tell you exactly what your T3 or T4 hormone levels are at, but I can tell you that it is out of balance. Then when we go a little further, it shows that there's some lymphatics that are starting to fill up. So your lymph nodes are everywhere from your neck all the way down to your toes. And jumping jacks or the rebounder are really good for draining the lymphatics. And then on the outside edge here is some little bit of darker cells. This is all dried blood. When it's darkened like that, it's an indication that there's some chemical metal toxins. And this can be everything from deodorant to shampoo to mercury fillings in your mouth. Going on to the next layer, we can see some inconsistency on how the blood dried again for the thyroid. Plus we can also see some indication here of worms in the intestine. And this can make you have a ravenous appetite, but yet you'll fill up very fast. It's like you're hungry to begin with, but you fill up very fast. It can also give you strange symptoms like grinding your teeth at night. Sudden sharp pains that come and go. It's an indication here that your hormones are out of balance when we see a tag on the white Ross mass. Going over to the next level, here it shows the toxic colon. This is an indication where you need to have more fiber in your colon and more what we call vibrational energy, where the colon actually moves up and down and sideways. Just walking can be effective for that. On the side here is what we call adrenal stress. So adrenal stress can also make you have insomnia moments where you can't sleep even though you know you're really tired. It can indicate also that there's more stress, that you're not handling stress as well. Perhaps your blood pressure goes up a little bit. Perhaps you're, more snappy at the guys than you should be. That type of thing. Inside here, I'm just going to increase this a little bit more so that we can see, but these little black circles on the edges here are an indication that your bile ducts off your pancreas and your liver are plugged. This can give you some discomfort under your right rib cage towards the back. So blood analysis, in summary, allows us to see the vitality and nutrition levels of the live cell. We can see bacteria, viruses, parasites, fungus, even the functionality of the white blood cells. And then the dried sample, we look at where the body's holding toxins and what has impaired functionality. Where we can, we do suggest dietary improvements for people who can't afford to buy supplements. We look forward to seeing you in our shop today, as I think blood analysis can help many people get the proper diagnostics, and we can help your body get better naturally. Get your analysis today. Find out what's truly wrong with your body.